G'day legends, LJV15 here and welcome to my first ever video. Today I'll be hitting play on the highlights of my most recent race, round 3 of the Gran Turismo World Series Manufacturers Cup at Spa 24-hour layout. I was yet to do a race in this one, so I asked my mates what manufacturer I should pick, and overwhelmingly AMG won the votes. Now this race was an hour long, so please mind my dodgy cutting and editing. As I said, picked AMG, both cars, GT3, GT4 or Group 3, Group 4. Never driven either of these AMG Mercs. Factor in the dicey weather, 24 laps of Spa. This should be interesting. Thanks for watching. 3, 2, 1, and we are away. Round 3 of the Manufacturers Cup on Gran Turismo 7. Oh, already a casualty of the wet weather. Most likely a bit of wear spin off the start. Good run here on Watar. I am very sorry straight off the bat for my poor pronunciation of people's usernames. Sorry to anyone who I stuff up. As you can see, quite wet here. Someone's off already. We could pick up another place. It's very treacherous, very slippy at the minute. I'm assuming most people on the intermediates are like myself. Again, hitting brakes, just taking it cautiously, don't want to overdo it. As you can see, it's 24 laps, plenty of time to make some moves, and on the flip side, plenty of time to ditch it into barrier. And just sitting, being patient, keeping an eye on the mirrors though. Spiritus behind us. Spiritus number 10 behind, looking for a move on the outside. Mizuki around the outside. Oh, and gets a bit crossed up, a little bit of touching behind, but gotta keep the eyes forward. Gotta keep the eyes forward as we look to make a move on Yamayuri on your Yama. Currently 5th, not a bad start, up from 7th. Started 7th, quali wasn't amazing. We only got the 1 lap in, it's quite a long lap. Oh, a little bump there. It's gonna happen in these conditions. Bit of a sniff for the podium. That's gonna cost us up this straight here. Well, it's not overly straight, but it is flat out, but not in the wet. Gotta be careful. We just let Spiritus through, who's then gonna compromise the exit of that one as we come down towards the bus stop chicane for the first time in this 24 lap race. Oh no, a little bit of bump and run, we'll take the position and they'll take a 4-second penalty for that poor driving. There's nothing else to call it really. Jumping on the Yankees here. It's a very tight hairpin coming onto what is the main straight for the 24-hour layout. We've picked up another position. Sefthizm. I don't know, but we're sending it up the inside into a Rouge. Who's going to blink first? Not us. What a move. Around the outside. Keeps it stuck in. We keep it on the track, more importantly. As we cycle through, checking the fuel. It's a long race, assuming it's going to dry out, and when we make the switch, oh, a little bit of, oh no, hate to see it, but we'll take the position. I can't pronounce the name. What is it? We're going to call him Esek. Found the grass and it slipped down the order, back down to 7th. Here we are, sitting pretty. We're not even through 2 full laps yet, and we are currently up into the P2 slot. Thanks for coming. Fuel wise, we're looking alright. Not too bad, not too bad. you're not going to use as much fuel in the wet. So unless it dries out, our fuel should be okay. Wish I could remember the corners of Spa, but I'm not that well versed just yet. We know a couple. As we push towards P1. Going to keep it nice and easy. The track's still wet, as you can see. The water indicator to the left of the tyre gauge. Oh, a little bit of a slide. Hold it. It is quite tricky, these conditions at the moment, but it is so much fun. Flat out on the power, as we are taking time out of the leader at the minute. As soon as I say that, it starts going back up. Now a little bit of lift. Got to get through that corner safely. And once again, hook down to the bus stop. Very easy to get wheel spin coming out of here. Also very easy to get too much curb. That one on the left. And as you see, coming out in second, just to reduce that wheel spin. But unfortunately, even though I set the fastest lap of the race, we are losing time to P1. Down to Eau Rouge we go. Each time you just gotta, how big are your kahunas? Oi, oi. Oh, close to a track penalty there. You can see a little twitch as we come over the top of the hill. And again, it's still only 2.2 off the lead, but we just cannot seem to bring that gap down. Another purple sector, we'll take that. As you see, we lost the fastest time. Mizuki Cade has now got the fastest lap, only 0.2 faster than us, as we set off on what is the third lap. Set off? Laps out to 2.5. It just kind of rubber banding between myself and Watara, pushing, but just can't seem to reel the Japanese driver in. Just looking at the radar, got to keep an eye on things. Fuel, radar. They've just introduced the brake bias, brake balance. You can move it front to rear as well, which I think I'm surprised it wasn't an option to begin with, particularly in these World Series races. A bit more confidence through there on the throttle as well, not having to lift off as much. And it's probably as well, I mean, you've got the weather, the water meter there on the left, but you can already see, as I said, the dry line. It's time to start thinking, where are we going with this? When is it going to be time to come in for the hard tyre, which is the only compound other than the inters and the wets that we can run in this particular race. Flat knacker again, not quite. Little lift, you've got to lift, especially in these conditions. As we hook down, oh, even with a lift, I've copped a 0.5 penalty, track limits. You just got to keep some right side of the tyres really still on the curb. You don't want to get too greedy. As here I jump forward to the penalty section on lap 4, and you'll see here Essek has made an absolute stormy comeback. Their spin earlier dropped them back to 7th or 8th. Oh no! Oh, big moment, and we'll take that position back. We'll happily take that back for the time being. Let's see if we can hang on to this P2 as P1 stretches the legs and is out to almost 5 seconds, 4.5 at the moment. Skipping forward a little bit more into lap 5. You can see we are doing our very best, but it's possibly a losing battle. My mirrors are absolutely full. Essek has a good run up the inside. We're just going to lift off. We're just going to let him through for now. Lap 5 of 24. There's no point compromising either of our races with silly fighting, and he's stormed through the field. They've stormed through the field relentlessly and caught me in no time. So we're just going to try and stick with him. We're going to hang to that rear bumper, hang to that rear wing. And let's just try and stay glued to the other AMG Mercedes Formula 1 livery. I think they are running the 2022 and I am in the 2023 livery. Now they picked up a penalty coming through a Rouge, which puts them under pressure from us. Get a good sniff, and we're through. Obviously that being a really fast part of the track. Oh, a little nudge, just a little love tap. A little bumper mark, and oh, is he coming? Oh, side by side. This is a tight one. No touching. Oh. Wheel spin on the exit. And I just managed to hang on to fight for another day. Oh no, I've missed my brakes. I've missed my braking marker, and that is going to ruin this lap. Absolutely ruin this lap and let Essie, all my hard work, undone. And now it's time to put the head back down and focus. Skipping ahead now to lap number 8. Wow, the end of lap 8, start of lap 9, and you'll see on the left position column as I outbrake myself again. Silly little, just a clumsy little thing, easy to do, but as you can see on the left there, people behind are now making pit stops and the switch to the hards. The leaders, including myself and Yamayuri, staying out and sticking with these inters, but you can see that the track is almost completely dry and it's really time to consider coming in. Skipping to the end of that lap now, and what you'll find is Essek in the pits, making that change, deciding to go early. I was coming in that lap. I actually heard that crash into the barrier and thought, I'm going to stick out for another lap and see what I can do. So let's see how we fare there. Massive gap to the leader now. He's out to 12.7. Wata just dominating. And it'd be interesting to see where Essek would have been without that little whoopsie at this corner that we're coming up to now. Spiritus on the wets. Bold call. It never quite hit the wet weather tyre threshold according to the meter, but they seem to fare alright, so kudos to them. Making a few adjustments there, checking radar, making sure there's no rain to come because we're gonna have to get off these intermediate tyres. Leader out to 13 seconds. I'm pushing as hard as I possibly can on a drying track on tyres designed for the wet. Skip forward a bit now, hitting warp drive and fast forwarding up to the end of lap 10, where we now enter the pits to get rid of these intermediate tyres. We're going to bang some fuel in. I think we're not going too bad. As I said, not going to use as much fuel in the wet. I was running also, you know, fuel map 2 or 3 just to kind of reduce the power in the wet as well, reduce a bit of wheel spin. Right thing to do or not, I don't know. I felt it helped. I'd love to hear otherwise. Waiting for the fuel. Went a little bit longer on the fuel. Hards on, good stop from Team AMG. And look at that beast. God, they're a sexy car. God, they're a sexy car. Was going the overcut, I suppose you're going to call it if you call it that. I did realise I didn't probably have the pace to do that against Essig. And as you can see, we come out 6 seconds, almost 7 seconds behind as we make our way to the end of lap 11. Massive lead for Wattow, but he's in the pits. He's getting rid of those inters as well. So now we're going to be all on the hard tyre and hope that the rain stays away. Pushing now, got a good exit out of the hairpin. Watching that gap come down, 1.8 on dry tyres, but offline it's still going to be wet. Curbs, the grass, everything's still wet, but look at that speed we can now carry through a Rouge. Jumping forward a little bit more, you can see the leaders up ahead. P1, P2, fighting nice and close, and I think Watton's made a little mistake there. It looks like Essig has not a bad run on him, and with a got to keep your eyes on the road here. Don't get distracted by the other cars. Not bad, not bad. As we continue to push for the top step of the podium. Jumping forward to the end of lap 14 as we hook into the bus stop here. Braking as late as we dare. Maybe not too bad actually. Pretty happy with that. Oh, and another mistake from Wattow. That's 2. That's 2 in a lap. Is the pressure getting to him? What can we do? What can we do? Don't get too early on the throttle. Very nice exit. Purple first sector again. Here we go. Catching. Right, left, right. An odd line, but don't be distracted. Keep hitting your braking markers. Keep hitting your apexes. And we're seeing that time just little by little. We're eking into Wattow. A little bit of grass upset the car just a tick. Not too bad though, we're still closing. Get it in there, just use second just to help the rotation of the car then. As we see a massive jump and the servo pretty much go bleh. As you can see, everyone's connections on the left. Very good exit, happy with that, but not good enough. It just ekes down, and this is a common thing between me and this other racer where he's a bit quicker in other areas, I'm a bit quicker in some others, and it just doesn't seem to be able to, I can't bring that down. On to lap number 17. We are now over half distance of the race. Or well past actually. Close up nice. It's under 0.5. We've got a good run. Should get a bit of slipstream. We want a good run out the top of the hill. Don't get too greedy. Don't get a penalty. Beautiful. Could not probably have done that better. Personally, I'm sure plenty can. As now is, what do we do? Send it? Send it? No, I back out. I back out. I thought I'd buy my time as we close up right onto the NAC bumper of water. Again, we're just going to bide our time here. Oh, as I drop too many gears, I feel. And just got too much on the inside curb. And gave him a bit of a chance to just stretch out a little bit. Essig seems to be pulling away. 6.4. The leader is getting away from us, which is contrast to the first half of the race, as what it was dominating until the hards come on, and then Essig. I mean, they were having a blinder on the inters, and now going strength to strength on the hards. Pretty happy with that exit. It'll give us a good run up the hill, flat out all the way up to the bus stop chicane. Can we get back to that point too when the bumper was in our face? Fast forwarding to lap 20. Still 0.5, still in position 3, still behind Water, but as you can hear and possibly see, raindrops are falling on my head. Which makes it, oh, look at the weather map. The weather radar has nothing but rain on it, with only, what, 4 laps to go. Unbelievable. Fast forwarding this 21st lap here, you can see you just still can't get close enough to make a move, and now regretting not sending it up the inside when we had the chance, and then defending like hell. Oh, a little bit wide there. It's getting so slippery on these slicks, so slippery. Look at that weather radar. What a conundrum this throws into the race. Nice and gentle, quite easy to understeer wide, light up the rears, and spin out at that corner, as well as the bus stop coming on to the start finish straight. And unfortunately, Water has gapped us. 2.2. I did get a bit of run, but it's not really making the inroads I need for P2. 3.4 on the fuel, just making sure everything's okay, making sure we're gonna get to the end. No point fighting for P2, P3, or even P1 if you're gonna conk out at the end. But fuel, we're looking good. Fuel's looking good. How brave are we getting in these tricky conditions? I'll be honest, I'm happy with third. Not happy. Oh no! That's what you get for being complacent. But it's also now into intermediate territory. And is it worth? Look how hard it is to get back to the apex. Oh, bit of oversteer. Now that kind of runs us wide for the next one. Losing time. It's nearly out to 4 seconds. Our hopes of seconds, our hopes of a win, fading dramatically as the rain comes down at Spa-Francorchamps. Is that how you say it? What are my options? Do I pit? The rain's not going to stop. It's a long lap. There's only going to be 2 to go. What do I do? Oh no, I'm off again. Another mistake in these slippery conditions. And now I cannot get it stopped. No, looped around. Oh my god, the rain tumbles and I go skating off the track. That is a sign to me it's time for the intermediates. I would rather finish this race than end up in barrier. Here we go, hoping for another fantastic pit stop from Team AMG. What do they got? We don't need the fuel. We're good for fuel. We just need some wet tyres. I was worried about being overtaken by the people behind, but Yamayuri and Seth the Sim have opted to come into the pits as well, realising just how bad the rain is now getting. .6. I mean, it's no Formula 1 pit stop, but it's not too bad. 45 seconds. And Essek might have made a little mistake because, I mean, Watt is 42 up the road and Essek is 47, 46, 47. So that is quite an interesting battle way up ahead as we hook in to our second last lap. What can we do? We are on the right tyre now. What do the guys in front do? This is the question. Do you send it? What would you do in this position? Did I make the right call? Let me know in the comments below. And I guess if you wait another lap and a half, you'll know the answer anyway. I love these dynamic weather races. They are fantastic. They add just that little bit extra to an already fantastic game. Yes, there's been some issues, but god damn, they are ironing them out and making this a fantastic racing game. As we come to the back half of the lap now, just got this AMG sounds amazing. It's got a ton of grunt, so it's quite easy to kind of just plonk the foot down and hope for the best, but in these conditions that is just not an option. And as you can see, look at the time come down. We are catching them at a rate of knots. Make sure we hit the brake marker here on the anchors. Down we go. Yellow flag. What have we got? Oh no, Essek is come a gutser right where we did. We feel your pain, brother, we feel your pain, but we're going to take that position and move up into second place, the position we have been chasing almost this whole race. What have we got now? 9 seconds, 8 seconds. I think these conditions are well in my favour on the intermediates, well in my favour. How much grip we got? Oh no, we're going to go wide. Oh no, that's going to be a penalty. How many? Hopefully just half a second. Half a second track limits. You can't be out there, lad. What are you doing? Fuel gauge is on, penalties flashing. What do we got? But what has got the hards? That's what we've got. Oh, a little bit deep. Got it stopped though. Got it stopped. And here we go. Which way? Oh, he's twitching all over on them slicks. Look, can't get it around. We've taken to the outside. Just so much more grip on the inters in these not a very good conditions. that should be it, folks. We should be out of gap now. Head down. We've got half a second. We're on the right tyres. We should get through here and have time up our sleeve to get this 0.5 penalty out of the way. And hopefully across the line. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Just keeping an eye on the times. What is slipping back at a rate of knots. Unfortunately, the hard tyres just couldn't hang on. One lap less and he makes it. Coming up to serve the penalty. Just easy on the throttle. Easy lift. Easy does it. Go! Look at that, it's 14 seconds. That penalty's not gonna bother us at all. Now let's just don't mess this one. And let's get it stopped at the bus stop. Focus. Relax. Brake. Gentle on the throttle as well. Get it out of here straight. And that, boys and girls, is P1. What a drive. Very happy with that. That was fun as absolutely a ripper. Please, people, if you liked this video, please like it. Please subscribe for more content that will be in the pipeline as I try and get myself set up with the bits and bobs that I need. Thank you. Peace out.